So welcome back. Today I'm making a video on 4.2. A while ago we did 4.1. So let's get into it. You do remember how to start a procedure. Yeah, we use def. But for the procedure name, there are some problems that people arise. So, like example, some people can write like world welcome, okay? And let's just do this. Okay, there. Now that's a procedure. Let's put in something inside. We're gonna put in hi. Now, we're gonna call this procedure. Now here is where the problem comes. You're gonna do that, and as you'll see, it won't work. Tell me why. Because there's space in between the procedure name, okay? See, world welcome, there's some space between it. Either we can put no space or underscore, like this. See? Now that we have an underscore now. So now it will work. See, now it works, it says hi. We can also add numbers in your procedure name, like 3 over here or 3 over here, okay? So still it will work. But the only problem is if you add space in the procedure name, then it probably won't work. Now here's another topic, header and body. Header is this. As you can see, a header always ends with a colon. For example, for a loop. A for loop always ends with a colon, for I in range and a colon at the end. Every loop ends with a colon, and a header always has a colon. A procedure also ends with a colon, so it's a header. And the thing inside of the header that stores, a header stores the body. So the body over here is print, because the procedure is storing the print command inside of it. A for loop can also store many things, so it's also a header, an if loop, a while loop. All of these loops and procedures, everything that ends with a colon and has indentation. Indentation is the space after a command that ends with a colon. So over here you can see a colon over here, and when we do enter, it starts with indentation. Every loop, everything starts with the indentation. The indentation is this space over here. There's also a thing called double indentation. For example, here's a procedure and I'll write a loop inside of it, like for I in range. And we're just gonna put in any variable, for example, me. No, like a number, okay? 8. And we're gonna add a colon. See, now there's double indentation. I'm just gonna put a print command over here, and I'm gonna write inside of it world, okay? So as you can see, there's indentation over here and here as well. You can see the line between it as well. There was only one over here, and now there's 2 over here because the for I in range command is in the procedure. So there's a body, and the for I in range command is a header plus body. It's a header for the print command, but a body for the procedure. So that's that. We're done with header and body. I've told you about the procedure names, how to call it, how to define it, the consequences of it. Now let's move on to built-in functions. Let me give you some examples of built-in functions. Input, print, float is a built-in function, def itself is a built-in function, and there are some more. The thing that is already inside Python, the thing you don't have to define, that is a built-in function. The program already knows what it is. You won't have to define it. That's that. A variable. When you write a variable, the program knows it's a variable. For example, if I write hi is equals to anything, a number, okay? That's done. Hi is equals to 8. Now if I print hi, and there. The program knew it was a variable, so that's why it printed it. Other examples of these are of built-in functions are print, integer, float. All of these things are built-in functions inside of Python. Okay, that's that. And 4.2 isn't that hard, so there isn't a lot to say about it. It's pretty easy, like header and body, procedure names, how to call and define a procedure, and built-in functions. That was really easy, and double indentation as well. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'll make a video on 4.3 later.